My name is Josette, and I had the honor of teaching this wonderful evening class. What they prepared for you are a series of Shakespearean monologues from different plays that they've meshed together and have creatively put into a little performance for you guys. This is their first performance as an ensemble, so I'm very excited to show them off. Just a reminder, please turn off your cell phones. Anything that might buzz or ring. Photography and videos, it's fine as long as it's not flashing in front of their faces. But other than that, we're really excited to share our show. So please give a round of applause.
Once more unto the breach, dear friends, once more. We're close to wallop with our English dad. In peace, there's nothing so becomes a man as modest stillness and humility. When the blast of war blows in our ears, then imitate the action of the tiger. Stiffen the sinews, summon up the blood, disguise fair nature with hard-favored rage. Then lend the eye a terrible aspect. Let pride to the porches of the head like the brass cannon. Let the brow overwhelm it as fearfully as doth the galled rock overhang and jockey his confounded base, swilled with the wild and wasteful ocean. Now set the teeth and stretch the nostrils wide, hold hard the breath and bend up every spirit to his full height. On, you noblest English, whose blood is fed from fathers of war-proof, fathers that, like so many Alexanders, have in these parts from morn till even fought, and sheathed their swords for lack of argument. Dishonor not your mothers. Now attest that those whom you called fathers did beget you. Be copy now to men of grosser blood, and teach them how to war. And you, good yeoman, whose limbs were made in England, show us here the mettle of your pasture. Let us swear that you are worth your breeding, which I doubt not, because there's none of you so mean and base that had not noble lustre in your eyes. I see you stand like greyhounds in their slips, straining upon the start. The game is afoot. Follow your spirit, and upon this charge, cry God for Harry, England, and St. George!
Subjects, enemies to peace, profaners of this never-stained steel, will they not hear? What ho, you men, you beasts, that quench the fires of the pernicious rage. On pain of torture from those bloody hands, throw your mistempered weapons to the ground and hear the sentence of your moved prince. 3 civil brawls bred of an airy word, by thee Capulet and Montague, have thrice disturbed the quiet of our streets, and made Verona's ancient citizens cast by their grave-beseeming ornaments. Cankered with peace, depart your cankered hate. If ever you shall disturb our streets again, your lives shall pay the forfeit of peace. On this, all the rest depart away. Capulet, you shall come along with me. Montague, come you this afternoon to know your further pleasure in this case, to old Freetown, our common judgment place. Once again, on pain of death, all men depart.
Now is the winter of our discontent, made glorious summer by this son of York. And all the clouds that lured upon our house, in the deep bosom of the ocean buried. Now are our brows bound with victorious wreaths, our bruised arms hung up for monuments, our stern alarums changed to merry meetings, our dreadful marches to delightful measures. Grim-visaged war hath smoothed his wrinkled front, and now, instead of mounting barded steeds to fright the souls of his fearful adversaries, he capers nimbly in a lady's chamber to the lascivious pleasing of a lute. But I, that am not shaped for sportive tricks, nor made to court an amorous looking glass, I, that am rudely stamped, and want love's majesty to strut before a wanton ambling nymph, I, that am curtailed of this fair proportion, cheated of feature by disassembling nature, deformed, unfinished, sent before my time into this breathing world scarce half made up, and that so lamely and unfashionable that dogs bark at me as I hope by them. Why, I, in this piping time of peace, have no delight to pass away the time, unless to spy my shadow in the sun, to scant on mine own deformity. And therefore, since I cannot prove a lover, to entertain these farewell spoken days, I'm determined to prove a villain, and hate the idle pleasures of these days. Plots have I laid, inductions dangerous, by drunken prophecies, libels, and dreams, to set my brother Clarence and the king in deadly hate, the one against the other. And if the king be as true and just as I am subtle, false, and treacherous, this day should Clarence closely be mewed up about a prophecy which says that G of Edward's heirs, the murder shall be. Die, thoughts, down to my soul!
Was the hope drunk wherein you dressed yourself? Hath it slept since, and wakes it now to look so green and pale at what it did so freely? From this time such I account thy love. Art thou of me, to be the same in thy act and valor as thou art in desire? Wouldst thou have that which thou esteemest the ornament of life, and live a coward in thine own esteem, letting I dare not wait upon I would, like a poor cat in the adage?